I want to welcome you back to Black Site tonight. I want to talk about basketball player and Houston Rockets guard Kevin Porter Jr. arrested for assaulting his WNBA girlfriend. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. It seems that lately we're having a serious problem with our young men being violent with women. Kevin Porter Jr. is the latest young man in the NBA who has got violent with a woman. His girlfriend, former WNBA player Chrissy Gondrzak, he assaulted this woman. He actually broke her vertebrae. But this isn't the first time Kevin Porter Jr. has been in trouble. It seems like he ran his car into her car. So it seems like this young man had some serious problems with women. When he was at USC, he was suspended several times, but he still happened to end up in the NBA. Because if you got talent and you can play, you will be in the NBA. And it really doesn't matter what kind of violence you does, as long as you're not in jail. He was arrested in New York. He had a bond for $75,000. You know his lawyers are going to step in. He's going to get the best lawyers possible to try and clean up this whole incident. But when would these young men learn that they can't control the world because they dribble a basketball? We have an uptick in violence against black women all around America, and it's the stats. I'm not no simp. I'm not somebody who is carrying water for women. But these young men are getting violent with women. Now, we don't know the whole case. We got to say allegedly because nothing has been adjudicated. But it seems like these black men get this big type of money. He signed a 4-year, $82 million deal. And okay, we are happy because I'm thinking more money black men get, the better it is. And you know, I don't even know much about this young man, but he must be a fabulous player to get a contract like that. But it seems like one thing he can't control is his anger issue. And it seems like he's been taking it out on Chrissy Gondrzak. And we have a lot of young men, like I said, in our community who are taking their frustrations out on black women. And what's going on is that a lot of these young men are growing up in households with single black mothers, and there's a lot of great single black mothers out there, but they're seeing domestic violence. They're seeing how men deal with their mother. And when you don't have great role models sometimes, I don't know if this is Kevin Porter, the former NBA player's son. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is this, is that these young men, when you get these contracts and you get this money, a lot is resting upon your shoulders to be examples for young men in our community. And why are they getting arrested? Why every time we turn a corner we see a Miles Bridges, a Kevin Porter, or somebody else doing something negative in the scope of dealing with black women? We have another incident out there. An older gentleman at Michigan State, Mel Tucker, the head coach, signed a $90 million deal, basically letting him be coach for the next 10 years at Michigan State. He gets involved with a woman who was formerly domestically abused. I don't know, domestically abused or whatever word you want to make of it. And he invites her out to speak to the team several times. He gets involved with her. He started doing what we would call sex on camera. I don't know what the hell they call that. But he does that. And now, after he worked so hard for so many years to get to that position, to be a head coach at a major university, now he's going to lose his job. and he has lost his job for having camera sex with a woman who said she didn't want to see what he was doing. We have a serious problem. We get the money, and it seems like some turns us. Instead of getting that money and building on it. See, these people we are dealing with, Kevin Porters, the Miles Bridges, and so many other athletes, the crimes that they have committed in the past and the things they have never did in the past, they were always cleaned up because he could play basketball, because he can get the family generational wealth or the community or the church. So we would always cover up what he was doing. But now, when he gets out into society, now people are going to arrest you. Now people are going to put the spotlight on you. And now it's not going to be the way you thought it was going to be. Now you got to spend millions of dollars on lawyers. You got to spend money on fines in the NBA. Then you probably got to pay the domestic violence organizations. Then you got to go over there and do a PSA. You have to do all this type of stuff just to get back in the league. And that's if the Houston Rockets don't pull out the moral clause in the contract and basically say, we don't want you no more. This is what they have been doing. And we have to understand domestic violence and assaults and things like this that happen in our community will be passed down generation to generation. He needs help. He really needs help. And I know the NBA has sociologists, psychologists, and that. But before they even let him back, if they desire to let him back in the NBA, he needs to be checked out. Because what he was doing was basically damn near trying to kill a girl. Because maybe she don't want to be with him more. But it's on her too, because she kept going back with him. But this is how these relationships go. It always gets worse and worse until somebody ends up in a hospital or ends up 6 feet deep. KGP has to pay for his crime. That means through the criminal justice system, possibly through the NBA through his career. But this has to stop. These young men are not thinking clearly. And either is Mel Tucker, the former coach of the Michigan State War Marines, Michigan State Spartans. I want to thank you for listening to Blacksite Sport. Blacksite, I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button. Share this video. I hope you leave a comment in the comment section. And hitting the like button is free.